And, you know, we look at it, that's really only 4 years away.
What do you think is drove the flow of venture capital to and then away? And you see that venture capital coming back to quantum?
Well, Frank, I think you and I were both of the age of the AI winters. And we saw it so many times, whether it was in the 80s or in the 2000s, where promises were made around the technology that seemed to exceed their capabilities. And in fact, they did until really the 2010s, 2015s, when we started to see some real out of the lab into the commercial environment for AI. So a lot of that expectation setting back in, call it, 2020 was within 5 years, within 10 years. And
Right.
2030 seemed to be a magic number. And so the challenge of not meeting those expectations necessarily for the venture capitalists who have a limited time span for investment was sort of what drove the initial investment, and then maybe a little bit of a lackluster investment, and a couple of years after that. We're still talking about 2030 as a Q day or a Y2Q, so years to quantum, where the day when quantum computers can decrypt traditional computers, and we look at it. That's really only 4 years away. And so, will that truly be, which is well within planning periods for companies? And so, will that truly hit? Is a big question. Lots of different views across the spectrum. We have people who believe that it's well more than 10 years from today, whereas others, we had a view from NATO that it was about 3 years away, and that was last year. So it's a very interesting dynamic, but there has not been that breakthrough moment. There hasn't been that ChatGPT moment. There hasn't been that sort of, aha, I need to because everybody else is getting it kind of moment.